Kevin Sidebottom here, speaker, author, and trainer. And I go around and teach sales organizations and leadership teams how to grow their profits, trust, and influence with their customers and their teams to generate more revenues and, again, profits. Today, let's talk about why we need communication in leadership. Why is that such a big skill? Why does anybody really care? Well, typically in leadership, you're casting your vision and you're getting buy-in from your team members, investors, board associates. Yeah, we need to be able to communicate effectively if we want to cast the right vision. I mean, if you're on a sailboat and you're grunting and people are trying to figure out what the heck you're meaning, well, you're not going to go very far because nobody knows what the heck you're trying to do. We need to be able to effectively communicate those things. And there's a big skill involved in that. And I'll tell you right now, the people in the biggest leadership roles are great, effective communicators. They move people. They get that little stirring inside people's hearts to really move them forward. So we need to make sure that we're doing that and doing our best to grow ourselves. And no, they didn't do that right out of the get-go, out of the womb. They had to grow themselves. So what can we do to actually grow ourselves? Well, let's talk about that in this video and see how we can actually help ourselves. We're also going to talk just before that of what communication really is. So that way we get the basis. So to bare minimum, we need to know what communication is. Well, communication is moving people by helping them understand what's going on. Well, 90% of communication is actually non-verbal. Yeah, that's right, non-verbal. That means it's not about the words you say, it's how you say them, how you engage people, the different colors you wear, the scents, the picture you have on your face. That's right, like if you're trying to give a happy birthday message and you're frowning, try to actually frown when you're singing happy birthday. It just doesn't work. We need to make sure that we're focused on when we're giving a message, how we're coming across. So we need to constantly be cognizant of that stature. Now with the sense and the environment that we're in and the colors we wear that also affect communication, go take a look in your department store. Look at what they're doing for the lighting, the scents, the sounds pumped into the women's area as opposed to the children's and the men's areas. They're different because talking to different people actually needs to be different. Like when you're talking to a man, typically it's straightforward and you guys can have a conversation. But women actually prefer men to actually be about a 90 degree to them because it's less confrontational, because women are more relational. Okay? And if you're just intense and right in someone's face and it's a woman, well, guess what's going to happen? She's going to tell you to back off. So we need to be cognizant and give our message across well and not scare people. Okay? So what can we do to increase our capacity? Well, get outside of our comfort zones. Now, I say that by saying we need to lead a group or public speak. And yes, public speaking is the number one fear to most people. Yep, more so than death. They fear it more than death. It's just unfathomable, but it's true. People are scared to be out in front of people because they're worried about being criticized. Well, if we want to learn how to communicate well, we actually need to learn how to do that. The best way to do that is in action, by trying it, by failing. And I am not perfect in my videos, and I go back and watch them to see how I can tweak it. When I do keynotes or presentations, I'll go back and watch those to see where I went wrong. But we constantly need to be watching ourselves, and I know we're our own worst critics, but we got to look at what positives we had and what negatives so that way we can improve. But we need to be out there speaking. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be up on stage in front of 1,000 people. You can do Rotary clubs. You can lead a group in a discussion. Be the leader of that group. That's a small step you can take today. Okay? The other thing I recommend, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Fantastic book and helps you understand people. Not to manipulate them, but to actually go and invest and be encouraged to understand people, have empathy, and it actually helps you with communication. And the third, if you haven't been able to do it, take a Dale Carnegie training or some kind of effective communication training. There's tons of them out there, but they will help you add more tools to your toolbox. And you don't have to do them all at once and learn all those tools at once. Pick one at a time and start putting it on your goals of how you're going to learn and apply it, so that way you can take one incremental step. If you read the book, The Tortoise and the Hare, the tortoise always wins. The reason why, he takes small incremental steps. He doesn't take these big leaps, get tired, have to take a break. He takes small steps daily. And if you do that, you'll grow in your capacity. And someday, you may be the President of the United States. Who knows? Try it, learn it, be cognizant, keep working at it. And watch to see how you're doing and get some feedback from other people. Let them tell you with honest feedback of what you did well, what you didn't do well, and learn from it. Constantly be growing in your communication because you need this to be a good leader. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My contact information is below. And if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, share it with somebody that it might add value to. That's what I'm here doing, is trying to help people and add value. All right? We'll see you next time.